Hello friends, welcome to our channel Cbse English Topper's Choice. In this video, we are going to discuss about modals. It is also called modal auxiliaries. Here we go. The verbs can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, must, ought to, need, and dare are called modal verbs or modals. Modals are used before ordinary verbs and express meanings such as permission, possibility, certainty, and necessity. Modals are often included in the group of auxiliaries. In some grammars, they are called modal auxiliaries. Now we'll discuss the uses of can, could, may, and might. Number 1. Can usually expresses ability or capacity. See, for example, I can swim across the river. One more example. Can you lift this box? Number 2. Can and may are used to express permission. May is rather formal. See, for example, can I borrow your umbrella? Or we can also say, may I borrow your umbrella? One more example, you can go now. Or you may go now. Number 3. May is used to express possibility in affirmative sentences, and can is used in the corresponding interrogative and negative sentences. See, for example, it may rain tomorrow. He may be at home. Can this be true? It cannot be true. Number 4. In very formal English, may is used to express a wish. For example, may you live happily and long. May success attend you. Number 5. Could and might are used as the past equivalents of can and may. For example, I could swim across the river when I was young. Here it shows ability. He said I might go, or he said I could go. Here it shows permission. I thought he might be at home. Here it shows possibility. She wondered whether it could be true. Again here it shows possibility. Number 6. In present time contexts, could and might are used as less positive versions of can and may. See, for example, I could attend the party. Here it shows less positive and more hesitant than I can attend the party. One more example. Might I borrow your bicycle? Or we can also say, could I borrow your bicycle? A different way of saying, may I or can I? It might rain tomorrow. Less positive than it may rain tomorrow. Could you pass me the salt? Here it is polite request. Number 7. Might is also used to express a degree of dissatisfaction or reproach. See, for example, You might pay a little more attention to your appearance. Now we'll see the uses of shall, should, will, and would. Number 1. Shall is used in the first person and will in all persons to express pure future. Today, I or we shall is less common than I or we will. For example, I shall be 25 next birthday, or I will be 25 next birthday. Some more examples. We will need the money on 15th. When shall we see you again? Tomorrow will be Sunday. You will see that I am right. Note that in present day English, however, there is a growing tendency to use will in all persons, that is with I, we, you, he, she, it, and they. Number 2, shall is sometimes used in the second and third persons to express a command, a promise, or threat. See, for example, he shall not enter my house again. Here, shall denotes command. Some more examples. You shall have a holiday tomorrow. Here it denotes promise. You shall be punished for this. Here it shows threat. Note that these uses of shall are old-fashioned and formal and generally avoided in modern English. Number 3. Questions with shall I or shall we are used to ask the will of the person addressed. For example, shall I open the door? That is, do you want me to open it? Some more examples. Which pen shall I buy? That is, what is your advice? One more example. Where shall we go? That is, what is your suggestion? Number 4. Will is used to express volition. For example, I will carry your books. Here will shows I am willing to. I will try to do better next time. Here it denotes promise to. I will succeed or die in the attempt. It means I am determined to. Number 5. Will is used to express characteristic habit. For example, he will talk about nothing but films. One more example. She will sit for hours listening to the wireless. Number 6. Will is used to express assumption or probability. For example, this will be the book you want, I suppose. That will be the postman, I think. Number 7. Will you indicates an invitation or a request. See, for example, will you have tea? Will you lend me your scooter? Number 8. Should and would are used as the past equivalents of shall and will. See, for example, I expected that I should get a first class. Here, more often we use would. That is, I expected that I would get a first class. He said he would be 25 next birthday. She said she would carry my books. She would sit for hours listening to the wireless. It shows past habit. Number 9. Should is used in all persons to express duty and obligation. For example, we should obey the laws. You should keep your promise. Children should obey their parents. Number 10. In conditional clauses, should is used to express a supposition that may not be true. See, for example, if it should rain, they will not come. If he should see me here, he will be annoyed. Should and would are also used as in the examples below. I should or I would like you to help her. Should like or would like is a polite form of want. Would you lend me your scooter, please? Would you is more polite than will you. You should have been more careful. Should plus perfect infinitive indicates a past obligation that was not fulfilled. Look at this example now. He should be in the library now. Here it expresses probability. I wish you would not chatter so much. Here, would after wish expresses a strong desire. Now we'll see the uses of must and ought to. Number 1. Must is used to express necessity or obligation. For example, you must improve your spelling. We must get up early. Number 2. Must refers to the present or the near future. To talk about the past, we use had to, the past form of have to. Must has no past form. See, for example, yesterday we had to get up early. Number 3. Must is often used when the obligation comes from the speaker. When the obligation comes from somewhere else, have to is often used. For example, I must be on a diet. It is my own idea. I have to be on a diet. It means the doctor has told me to be on a diet. Number 4. Must can also express logical certainty. For example, living in such crowded conditions must be difficult. It means that I am sure it is difficult. She must have left already. I am sure she has left already. Number 5. Ought to expresses moral obligation or desirability. For example, we ought to love our neighbors. It is moral obligation. We ought to help him. You ought to know better. Number 6. Ought to can also be used to express probability. See, for example, prices ought to come down soon. One more example. This book ought to be very useful. Now we'll talk about the uses of used to, need, and dare. Number 1. The auxiliary used to expresses a discontinued habit. For example, there used to be a house there. I used to live there when I was a boy. Number 2. The auxiliary need denoting necessity or obligation can be conjugated with or without do. When conjugated without do, it has no s and ed forms and is used with an infinitive without to only in negative and interrogative sentences, and in sentences that contain semi-negative words like scarcely and hardly. See, for example, he need not go. It means it is not necessary for him to go. Need I write to him? I need hardly take his help. When conjugated with do, need has the usual forms needs, needed, and is used with a to infinitive. It is commonly used in negatives and questions. It sometimes occurs in the affirmative also. See, for example, do you need to go now? Ramesh doesn't need to meet him. One needs to be careful. The auxiliary dare, that means be brave enough to, as distinct from the ordinary verb dare, which means challenge, does not take s in the third person singular present tense. It is generally used in negative and interrogative sentences. When conjugated without do, it is followed by an infinitive without to. When conjugated with do, it takes an infinitive with or without to after it. See, for example, he dare not take such a step. How dare you contradict me? He dared not do it. He doesn't dare speak to me. So dear friends, if you have liked this video, please click on like, subscribe the channel and click on the bell icon to get more videos like this. Thank you very much for watching.